Welcome back, guys, to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video. Today we're going to be talking about all the unblockable ults, special moves, and skills that are in the game. With that being said, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Sparking Zero content. Grab your senzu beans, and let's get our knowledge up. Alright guys, we're here. We're going to start off with Mr. Babidi. He has a unblockable ultimate right here, the Super Electroshock Sorcery. It is a short-range energy attack though, so you do have to be a little careful with that. But other than that, it is a very quick ult that he can pop, and it is also unguardable. So, you know, you got to be able to fill that. So this is the range right here. Look at how quick it is. Like, pretty much an instant blast right there. You're pretty much guaranteed to get hit by it unless you obviously perfect dodge it. But again, it is a short range one, so that's why it's not as good, because like if you pop it from here, it will not hit. So you see that right there. That's the little range on it. So you do have to be in their face, but it is an unguardable ult. Alright, and now the next character we're going to take a look at is Yajirobe. He has one unguardable special move right here, which is the Kablam attack. It is a little Russian attack right there. That is not the right attack. Let's go to reset. It is this first skill that he has here. So this right here is a little rush. He just kicks you. It's unguardable. Doesn't do too much damage, but it kind of just rushes you down, you know. It's just a normal rush attack. He can't like combo off of it. Let's see. He might be able to combo off of it. I don't think he can. Yeah, he cannot. But that's just a nice little attack you can go for that they cannot guard if you want to. It's Yajirobe, man. You know, he has that, but he's pretty good though. He's pretty good. Next up, we have Guldo, who has an unguardable ultimate. And right here, we're going to go ahead and do a quick disclaimer. So we are not going to talk about these skills right here, like the paralysis that are unguardable. Pretty much any character that has a skill like this where it attacks you, whether it's somebody like Shinchanon where he like breathes fire on you, or a paralysis like this, or Godbind, those are all unguardable attacks where if you get hit by them, you get paralyzed for a little bit. Cyberman also has one where he paralyzes you, but his is like for 1.5 seconds. But those skills we're not going to talk about. That's pretty self-explanatory stuff. It's mainly the ultimates and special moves we're going to be talking about. And Guldo does have this special move that he can pop. This is, I believe, a beam special, so you can pop it from a little far away. But it is very quick, man. It is very quick. Look at this. Like, that is a range on it, but it is very quick. So, like, from this range, he'll instantly hit his ult, and it is unguardable. Boosting it does not increase the range or anything. It's just damage. But look at that. It's almost instantaneous, man. Like, it is, you have to be pretty close range for it, but it almost instantly hits them. And it does do pretty good damage, man. 16k is not bad. Guldo does also have an auto sparking mode, so you can literally just pop auto sparking and just hit them with this, man. And you can do a sparking combo with Guldo and just pop a pretty much instant unguardable ult on them. Guldo's a pretty good 2-cost, man. Guldo's a pretty good 2-cost. They did some of the Ginyu Force members some good justice, man. Some of the Ginyu Force members definitely got some good justice in this game. Next up, we're going to take a look at Base Master Roshi. He has 2 unguardable moves. His unguardable moves are the Thundershock Surprise, which is a 4-beam move, but again, it is a beam that is unguardable. And then his ultimate is very interesting. So he has Mafuba, which is unguardable. It is pretty quick, but the damage dealt and the damage you take scales based on your DP that you're fighting. So in this case, right, we're fighting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who's a maximum DP character. Let's go ahead and set our HP to normal. If we were to Mafuba him, let's go ahead and take a look. It's most likely going to kill us and not do too much to him, but let's see. He probably takes about 2 bars, I'd say. Mafuba going off. Yep, he takes about 2 bars of HP, and we lose about 1.5 bars. Yeah, we lose about 1.5 bars of HP, which is pretty good, honestly. That is pretty good. That is not bad at all. And then Thundershock Surprise does have pretty good range as well. It's just a normal beam. You can pop it right here. And then it hits. It's not too fast, so you do have to be a little careful with that. You want to be closer to them before you pop it, and then you're pretty much guaranteed to hit it. Like if you're closer range, like let's say you're just doing a normal auto combo right here, you go for this, you slam them down, and then you pop it right there. You'll do a little back step, you'll pop it, and then by the time they get up and recover, they're pretty much guaranteed to get hit by this. They're not dodging that, man. It's gonna be some inhuman reaction if you do decide to dodge that. Gonna be some inhuman freaking reactions, man. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit and pop Mafuba. We're gonna go ahead and change the training setting now back to max HP so you guys can see it, because we already saw how much damage you take on a maximum DP character. The thing to know about Mafuba is that it is a short energy range attack, so same thing as Babidi, you do have to be close to use it, so the range on it pretty much ends like right here. If I was to pop it here, it's not gonna hit G4. As you guys can see, it's like right on the edge right there, man. So you do want to be close range when you use it, but when you are, it's basically a guaranteed hit. Like if you're close range, like again, we'll do the auto combo and we'll show you guys right there. Let's say you just go for the auto combo. You don't want to knock them away into it usually. You want to usually down slam, but this will still hit. And there you go. It's like basically an instant fucking hit, man. It's so strong. And it does really good damage, as you see. It does scale with DP. So the higher their DP, the more damage it does. And that's how you want to use Mafubu. You want to use it against the higher DP characters. And then it'll do really good damage to them while not doing too much to yourself. As you guys saw, Yoshi takes about 1.5 bars, but he does about 2 bars. Let's go ahead and hop into the next character here, which is Mr. Spopovich. He has only one unguardable. It is just his special move right here, the Berserker Crash. It is a 4 key bar move. And it's basically the same thing as Yajirobe. He just kind of dashes at you, and you can't freaking dodge it, man. He's just unguardable. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, but it doesn't do too much damage either. That was the boosted version. This is the unboosted version. Just does less damage. But it's the same thing as Yajirobe. Just like a quick hit on you that you can't guard, you have to dodge it. That's all there is to know about those characters. Let's hop into the next set of characters. Alright guys, we're back with the second set of units here. We're starting off with Dr. Wheelo, whose second skill right here, this gigantic bomber. It is an unguardable little charge attack that he does. So that is one. But obviously he's also a giant, so it's a little different. But that is a pretty good little unguardable that he can do. It is 4 bars, but that is something that you cannot guard, so you do have to try to dodge that. Next we have Garlic Jr., who has his Darkness Illusion. That is a unguardable. But the thing with this one is that it is a short range, I believe. Unguardable. No, it's just a normal rush. It's just a normal rush that he can pop. His ultimate dead zone is also unguardable, but that one is, I believe, is a short range one. He cannot extend off of this. It just knocks him away. You could try following it up with like a super dash, I think. Let's go ahead and try that now. You could follow it up with a super dash, I believe, and then try to combo reset with that. Garlic Jr. is actually pretty good in this game. If you guys haven't not played him yet, yeah, that cannot combo reset. It's very close though. It is very close to being able to, but you can definitely get some Oki out of it for sure. But I would rather just charge key. Then he has his ult, which is also just, it looks like just a normal rush. It doesn't look like it's a short rush. I thought it was a short rush. And then he can just do this, and it's just a normal rush. And that was very cool, man. That was very cool. That's the rush tracking for you in this game. There you have some buff system right there. He also has a paralyzed beam. This should hit. Well, right on him. There we go. This is also an unguardable ult. Pretty good, pretty good. It is a rush though, so it's not as good as obviously the beam supers that we have in the game, because the beams are very quick. Rushes are not very quick. So that is something to keep in mind. Next up we have Zarbon, who has a unguardable ult. He has the Monster Crush, which is just a normal rush, same as Garlic Jr.'s. We're going to go ahead and pop our Sparking here and pop the ult. And it's just this. Okay, well, the game lied to us. It's not a rush. It is a short range. It's a grab. It's a grab, man. It's a grab. So you got to be close range for it to work. But it's basically treated like a grab. That's basically how this is. So he grabs them, and then he does this. Basically bitch slaps you, knocks you away, and then slams you into the ground. And does a pretty decent amount of damage, man. For 14k is not bad for Zarbon. For Zarbon, that is not bad at all. Now, here is where we're going to talk about Spirit Bombs. So every Spirit Bomb in the game is an unblockable, but they're all a little different. This one is a hand Spirit Bomb that Goku does obviously in the early parts of the series. And this one is pretty quick, and he just throws it at you. You can be on the ground and you throw this, and it's pretty accurate still. But a pro tip for the other Spirit Bombs, you do want to be in the air when you throw them, because if you're too close to the ground, they end up just hitting the ground and not the person. So you want to be a little bit in the air when you throw them, and they're pretty much guaranteed to hit. So what you would want to do with the other Spirit Bombs is you want to be in the air, down slam them, and then throw it. And it's a very quick, unguardable ultimate that you really cannot miss. A couple of the Gokus can do 33, 34k damage with that Spirit Bomb, man. So you definitely got to be very careful with it. Now we have the GOAT, Mr. Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu Force. He has a pretty obvious unguardable ultimate. He has body change. And it's just a normal fire, which basically just means it's a beam. That's really all it is. I do think he has to be close range for it, but let's see. Let's go and back up a little bit. He does have an auto sparking. His fighting rolls 5. And then he can pop this. Let's see. The range on this is... yeah, it's just like a normal beam. So it's a pretty good amount of range, and it is an unguardable. And then you just swap bodies. And when you do swap bodies, you're not allowed to use skills. So you basically just beat their ass with punches. So it's basically a fist fight that you have to have with them. And whoever's better at the core game mechanics, doesn't rely on the freaking skills or anything like that, can win. But you can still go into sparking mode So there is that. You can still just go into Sparky mode, and then if you're just playing like somebody like G4, you know, like just this is just you spamming square does this to freaking get you, man. So you body change with them, go Sparky mode, and then this is what you can just do. So that's Ginyu for you. He has the unguardable body change right there coming in. You also cannot switch characters. Our switch characters thing went away. No, you can switch characters. It's just because on the other side we have no character selected. That is why. But that is going to be it for this set of units. Let's go ahead and get in the next one. Here we are going to be talking about Majub, who actually does not have an unguardable ultimate, but I'm going to stop here to give you guys a pro tip. So he has a explosive wave ultimate, and the thing with the ultimates like explosive wave is because of how super dashing works, if you dash behind somebody, like right there we're in front of him, right? But if he's facing us and we dash behind him, when we're right here and we pop the super explosive wave, look at how fast this is for one. It's a very quick ult. It immediately hits them, right? Because you're right behind them. And because you're behind them, the only option they have is to perfect dodge, which is the same as every other ult. That is a tip. Every unguardable ult, if you do perfect dodge it, which means you perfect guarded, you will vanish out of it. Even if it is unguardable, you can get out of it, but you have to perfect dodge. You have to know the timing. But with these ults, they're so fast, and when they're behind you, you cannot block, which means you only have perfect dodge, but because they're so fast, you don't get that option. And that is a little pro tip for you guys right there, that if you have explosive waves, you can use it like that, and it basically becomes an unguardable ult. Just going to take a quick stop on Majub to show you guys that. Now let's continue to go into the other units. Android 16 has 2 unguardable moves that we're going to take a look at here. So his unguardable moves is this Hell's Flash, and then he also has Self-Destruct, obviously, which is unguardable. All the Self-Destructs in the game are unguardable, such as Evo's, and also for Majin Vegeta. But theirs are also AoE, so they're really good. So Hell's Flash is just this. It's basically just a little grab that he does right there. Slams you down, and then he hits you with a Hell's Flash. And he completely obliterates you, man. So let's taking a look at the range on that. This is what it looks like. Like very, very, very short range. And then same thing for his self-destruct right here. I'm pretty sure it's just a rush. Yeah, he just does a little rush at you. It is unguardable. And he will give you a little big old Android 16 hug before he blows you to smithereens, man. Does do a pretty decent amount of damage, but not bad at all. But remember, it does do a lot of damage to you. It will leave you at 1 HP, I believe, is how this one will work, similar to Final Explosion. But Evo's does not leave him at 1 HP. It just gets him a little lower. Evo just, because Evo, as we know in the series, did not end up sacrificing himself to get the Final Explosion off. So these guys will be left at 1 HP. So if you do win the match with Final Explosion or Self-Destruct Device, it will leave you at 1 HP. So you do win. You don't lose because you used it. But just, you know, be careful of the damage. Usually you can combo into it, do about 2 bars. So if they're about 2 bars of HP, you can usually go for this and you'll win off of it. Let's go to the next unit. Next up, we have Super Trunks, who has an explosive wave. Again, same thing that I wanted to show you guys. If you just teleport behind, pop it immediately. Look at how fast that is, man. That is no human that is reacting to that. It's just an instant freaking ult, bro. Instant freaking ult. It is so goddamn good, man. So goddamn good, bro. But yeah, that's all I want to show you guys with that. With the super explosive wave, how you can kind of make them into unguardable moves. And now to finish off this set of units, we have Super Trunks, who has a unguardable ult that is pretty quick. So we're gonna go to back here, show you guys how fast this ult is. Look at this, man. So you can pop it from all the way back here, and look at this. Boom, bada, bing, bada, boom, and he throws this out. And look at that, man. It's so quick, even from that far away. It's so fast. And as you guys can see right here, it is unguardable, man. If you're in their face, like let's say you're doing a normal combo on them. And this guy also does have a auto sparking mode, which makes it very good that she has this. And then we can down slam. Boom. Look at that. Down slam into the ult right there. And then just charge this up. Bada bing, bada boom. And with a combo, look at how fast this is. Like, literally instant, man. Literally instant. Does 26,000 damage. Almost 30k. Like, that is ridiculous for how much damage that is, man. And for the fact that he has an auto sparking too, he's so freaking good, man. If you guys have a lot of these units, man, they're so good, bro. If you look at their actual kit, they are so freaking good. Let's go and go back to character select. I'll see you guys with the 4th set of units. Alright, guys, we're here with the 2nd set of units. We have Mr. Trunks here from the Dragon Ball Super Saga. His second special move right here is the ultimate for the other Trunks, which is unblockable. Exact same animation too. But his is an ult. This guy's is just a normal skill. It just does less damage. But they have the exact same properties, man. Exact same properties. So that is his unguardable. That is the only unguardable he has. But that's pretty good. But I do want to touch real quick. When you do go Super Saiyan, he unfortunately does not have an unguardable anymore. Which honestly I would say makes him worse when he goes Super Saiyan. I would say personally. Like this guy has... Like, yeah, he has Final Hope Slash. He has a couple better stats, but I feel like you could just keep spamming that other move, and that's much better. Next up, let's take a look at Mr. Super Broly here. I don't believe he has anything besides his Explosive Wave. That's just an AoE. He does have Gigantic Crash. That is unguardable. His second skill. It is a 4-power move, and it is, I believe, just a charge. Yeah. Pretty bad tracking, as usually with charge moves, but this is the one where he kind of, like, slams you around and stuff. This is unguardable. You have to perfectly dodge it. But this is little bop, bop, boppity, bop, bop that he hits you with. And it's pretty good, man. And he gets some good Oki off of it as well. Now let's go ahead and go into Super Saiyan. I believe Super Saiyan has an AoE, which, like we talked about earlier, is essentially unguardable. But I don't know if he has one outside of that. I don't believe he does. Yeah, he does not. He just has, he doesn't even have an AoE, bro. Alright, we are here with Super Saiyan Broly. He does not have an AoE or anything like that. He doesn't have a unguardable move either. However, when you do go into Mr. Super Saiyan 2, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, whenever you do go to Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, he does have an AoE right here. He has Blaster Meteor, which is an AoE, which you can use as an unguardable. And then other than that, he doesn't have anything that is unguardable. But that's pretty much it. The other thing you can do, because this Broly has Wild Move, so what you could do is you could pop Wild Move and then pop this. So you just Wild Move, you hit them with the IT, and then you're just behind them, and then they're on the ground, and you just pop this shit twice. So if you pop Sparking Mode, right, you don't have to pop his ult and Sparking. Let's say you pop Sparking Mode, you can just pop Wild Move, and then pop the freaking AoE, and that does, look at how much damage that is. And then while they're on the ground, you just pop it again. And that's freaking 30k damage right there, essentially. They can't even get out of that. It's freaking, you're behind them. It's stupid, man. And then because they can't lock onto you either, it's the way the camera system works, you can use that to your advantage. But yeah, this guy does not have any unguardables outside of his base form. But again, Explosive Wave with Wild Move, you can make that into basically an unguardable. Let's go ahead and go to second form Cell. He does have an unguardable ult. It is basically like a Final Explosion. So like we talked about earlier with Final Explosions, they are unguardable. He has Unforgivable, that right there. And then other than that, he has nothing. And it's just a little AoE explosion that he does. I think he actually grabs and then he does it. No, he goes straight into it. He just explodes and then he goes big boy Cell. Wow! Look at him. Look at that big chunky boy. He's so smexy, brother. I really wish that he did this and then he went perfect Cell, man. I wish that was a freaking thing he could do. But yeah, that is that guy for you. Then we have Khalifa, who does not have anything unguardable in her base. She does have an Explosive Wave, which we talked about earlier. And then when you do go Super Saiyan 2, if the game lets us do that here, there we go. When you do go to Super Saiyan 2 Khalifa, her ultimate is unguardable. Let's go ahead and take a look at that here. Right there, Beam Rush, and her beam is unguardable on her ult. And it is a pretty quick ult as well. And she does also have an auto sparking mode that she can pop with this, which is very good. We're going to go pretty far away so you guys can see how fast the beam is. Let's go ahead and pop it from here. Nice little animation. There you go. And just to follow up on this too, if you play Super Saiyan Kale, she has this exact same ult. So she also has an unguardable ult. Exact same properties and everything. Hers does do a little bit less damage though because she's Super Saiyan and she can go berserk. So her stats are a little less. But that is for Kale and Khalifa. They both have a unguardable ult. Now let's take a look at Mr. Z Broly. As you guys have probably heard, he's going around contested as potentially the best unit in the game. He doesn't have a unguardable in his base, but he does have an AoE ultimate if you guys do manage to get Sparking in his base. Let's go ahead and transform into Super Saiyan Broly now. And Super Saiyan Broly does not have any unguardables either. He just has some normal skills, nothing too crazy. And now let's go ahead and go to Legendary Super Saiyan. Alright. When you're here with this guy has a couple different things, man. So he has Gigantic Hammer, which is an unguardable rush, but it doesn't tell you here. It is a close range, so it's treated like a grab. And then his ultimate is Omega Blaster, which is also an unguardable. And Gigantic Hammer is very good. So first I'm going to show you guys the range. So from this range, Gigantic Hammer doesn't hit, I believe. Right there, see? It's a little grab move, so you have to be really close for it to hit. Most rushes, you can hit them even from here. It's just unlikely. But his is like a little grab. So you got to be close range. And then when you pop it, you'll hit them with this. And then what you can do after that as well is you can hit them with another special move. There you go. I'm pretty sure you can also follow up on that command grab, essentially, is what this I would treat this as. This is essentially a command grab. And you knock them away. I don't think you can follow up normally, but you could super dash, and then right there. So you can freaking combo that with that. And then go for this. And then you could throw another freaking command grab at him, man. If you get a little bit better angle right there, you definitely could throw another one right there. So that's something you can do with freaking Gigantic Hammer. Now, the other thing you can also do is his ultimate, which is a really fast, unguardable ult. Right here. There you go. Yeah. That is a very fast, unguardable ult that he can throw out at you. And to show you guys just how fast, we're going to go pretty far away from him. Let's stop right here. Look at how fast this is, man. Like, that is a really quick beam, really big beam, man. Like, close range, you're not missing that, bro. You are not missing that. And then, obviously, the other thing you can do with this Broly is you can do this. Remember, you can combo extend off of this as well, so you can get a little bit more damage-wise. So but that's not what we're showing you guys. I'm just showing you guys that you can freaking combo this into straight going into... Okay, man. My Broly decided to do a little jerk off with his right hand right there. Let's go ahead and pop that again. We gotta pop Kakarot again. Alright, let's go for this again. If you do boost, keep that in mind. If you do boost, you run out of ki, and then you cannot do this. And then you won't be able to pop that. So, you do gotta be very careful. If you don't have enough sparking mode left, you cannot pop it. But if you do have sparking mode, don't boost it, and you have just enough ki bar right there to pop a ultimate after this command grab, basically. There you go. And this shit is still pretty quick. Obviously, you could do that a little smoother if the input would just register. We had one little delay right there. But that's still pretty quick. And again, it is an unguardable ult. So unless they perfect dodge it, they will get hit by this. It is a little easier to react, obviously, since it's a little delayed. But those two moves alone are doing 31,000 damage, man. Like, that is stupid as hell. But that is it for this set of units. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, guys, we're here with Goku Black. He has one unguardable move. It is the Black Bind, which does look really fucking sick, man. Look at this shit. This is so sick. And it's just a little rush attack that is unguardable, but like, look at how sick that looks, man. That is so freaking cool, man. So freaking cool. But that's all he has. And then when he does go Rose, he, I believe, does not have anything unguardable. It's just his normal stuff. Just his normal stuff, man. Let's go and take a look here. Explanation of controls. Black Kamehameha is chargeable. And yeah, nothing unguardable in his Rose form. Kakunsa has an unguardable, I believe it's just her Primal Instinct that it is. I don't believe her ult is. Yeah, her ult is normal, and then it's Primal Charge that is unguardable. The 4 key bar move. It's just a normal rush, and it just does that, man. That's all it does. It just knocks them away. And that's it. You would think it would be the Primal Charge, because that's the one that where she like does all of her slices and stuff. It kind of could be like a command grab, but it is not. It's just that little dash that she does right there. And then Ribrianne, also the same thing. She has a Maiden's Charge, which is a 4-bar move, which is unguardable. And it's just the exact same thing where it just hits them and then it knocks them, man. That's all it does. Frieza, exact same thing. It has an unguardable Supernova Strike. He just goes in. And this one, he does grab you. But I believe it is a full screen charge. We will go ahead and test that out real quick. Right there. Let's go ahead and see. I'm pretty sure he does a full screen charge. Yeah, he does a full screen charge and then he grabs you. And just for you guys to see, again, Supernova Strike, unguardable. That is all he has. The Ribrianne and stuff, we're not going to go back to them, but that they have the exact same properties on their moves that we saw that the Kakunsa has the unguardable. And then Dabura, similar to the other sword slashes, he has a unguardable right here. He has a short range energy attack that is Evil Flame. So you do have to be careful because it is short range, but it is a 3-bar. That is unguardable. It's kind of like the one of his skills, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But that is it for this set of units. Let's go to the next one. Alright guys, now that we've been through a couple of the units, for the rest of them we do kind of have a good idea because we fought them a lot and we've used them a lot, if they have unguardables or not. So I'm going to just kind of go through the quick ones that we can here. So for Whis, none of these moves are unguardable. These are all just standard moves. For Vegito Blue, none of these moves are unguardable. They're all standard moves. Gogeta Blue, same thing. None of these moves are unguardable. They're all standard. G4, no unguardables. Beerus, however, does have an unguardable. It is his Super Sphere of Destruction, his ultimate. That is an unguardable move. Jiren, very interesting here. His ultimate is unguardable. His Overheating Blast is not unguardable, but it is a super explosive wave. So you as we talked about earlier, you can go behind people and use it, and it's basically an unguardable move. All right, next up we have Ultra Instinct Goku, who does not have any unguardables, contrary to popular belief. But he does have a very quick special move one, that Ultra Barrage right there, that is very, very fast. So it feels like an unguardable, but it is not. But you just have to react very quick to it. Then we have Merge Zamasu, who has no unguardables. Then we have, obviously we went over Z and Super Broly already. Evolution Vegeta's Ultimate Final God Explosion is unguardable, and it is an AoE. Then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does not have any unguardables. Topo, his Super Large Spear of Destruction is an unguardable, but his Spear of Destruction normally is not. Super Vegito does not have any unguardables. His are all guardable. Super Gogeta does not have any unguardables. His are all guardable for some reason. Stardust Breaker is not unguardable. I hate it here. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla we went over earlier. Base Jiren does not have any unguardables. Hit does not have any unguardables. Gotenks does not have any unguardables. Golden Frieza does not have any unguardables. We went over Rose earlier. UI Goku does not have any either. Mr. Super Saiyan Blue Goku doesn't have any. None of these characters. Let's see. The next character that does have an unguardable is Buhan's Ultimate. Buhan's Ultimate is a very quick unguardable special move. Perfect Cell does not have anything. Super Meta Cooler does not have anything. Majin Vegeta's Explosion is unguardable. Kid Buu does not have anything either. None of these guys have anything. Baby, Grade A Baby might have something. We'll go ahead and take a look at him. Again, I don't remember his. Gotenks Galactic Donuts is unguardable, and it's a very quick special move. That is very good. None of these guys have anything either. Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan's Ultimate is unguardable. This Gohan's Ultimate is not unguardable. He just has an AoE right there, Super Explosive Flash Strike and Super Explosive Cannon. However, the base form of that guy, the Super Saiyan version, he has an unguardable ultimate. He has the Brother Kamehameha. That is unguardable. None of these guys have anything. I think Super 13 might have him. We'll go take a look at him. I believe he has a command grab kind of style of an ult. For some reason, Cooler does not have any unguardables. Super Saiyan 2 Kabe does not have any. We went over these guys for the most part. Vegeta ZN does not have any. These guys don't have any either. This Trunks also does not have any. Signing Short Attack is guardable. This Super Buu right here, his Revenge Death Bomber, it is a AoE that is unguardable, essentially, like we talked about earlier. And then Majin Beam is also an unguardable that we talked about. Buhan also has that as well. Majin Beam is an unguardable beam. It is a pretty bad tracking move, though, so you do got to be a little careful with it. Majub also has Majin Beam, which is unguardable. And that is pretty much all the units that have unguardable attacks in the game. Angry Explosion from that Buu is also unguardable. But it's also an AoE, so like we talked about with AoEs already, you can basically make them into unguardables. We're going to take a look at a couple units that might potentially have something hidden. But other than that, that is pretty much all the unguardable attacks in the game. We are going to go ahead and double check Omega Shenron. Let's go ahead and check Annalisa as well. Who else did we want to check? Let's go to check Super 13. And bada bing bada boom. I don't believe Hit has one. No, Hit does not have one. He just had some very quick moves. He just had some very, very quick moves. Let's go and take a look at Topo. I wanted to check if Topo's, just want to double check on Topo. Alright, we are in the match here. Let's go and set the training settings to maximum gauge. There we go. And for Mr. Hirudegan, he has no unguardable. He just has an explosive wave. For Omega Shenron, I believe it's just his ult. No. Okay, well, Omega Shenron does not have a singular one. We were lying. Omega Shenron does not have an unguardable. Let's go ahead and switch over to God Topo. God Topo has right here, ultimate is unguardable. His super large sphere of destruction. It's a very quick beam. Super 13, if anything, he might have a little charge. Yeah, his ultimate is unguardable. It's a little rush, but I believe it's kind of like a charge. Let me see. That's his deadly hammer. Yeah, it's a little grab, so you got to be a little careful with that. And then we have Mr. Annalisa, who has nothing. All right, cool. So that is double checking on those characters. They don't have anything that is unguardable except for Mr. Topo's ultimate, which is what we thought it was. And then Omega Shenron we were incorrect on because he does not have anything that's unguardable. Let's go ahead and double check Super Baby 2. Who else could we double check real quick that we might not remember off the top of our head? Alright, we're here for the final set of units for everything that is an unguardable move in Sparking Zero that you guys should know about, at least. And we are looking at Fat Janemba here, Mr. Big Boy. But he has an unguardable ult right here, so that you got to be a little careful of. He does a little charge up, and he has Illusion Smash, which is essentially a grab move. He does have Howl, which gives him auto sparking. And then he can pop this, which is a very, very shitty hitbox, apparently. I did not realize how bad that hitbox was, but alright. There we go. It is an unguardable that he can grab right there. Then he goes kind of crazy on you. And there you go. That's all there is to it. That's all he has. Now let's take a look at Super Baby 2, who I believe has one as well. Yep, he has an unguardable Revenge Cutter right there, which is pretty quick. Let's go to throw it from here. As you guys can see right there, boom. Destructive Disc on Krillin as well is unguardable for the same reason. And the other thing that we did not touch on is Gotenk's Super Saiyan. His special Ghost Kamikaze attack is unguardable, but it has very bad tracking. That is why it is not the greatest move to be using, but it does have unguardable on it. We did go ahead and check some Masu. Let's take a look at Bojack. I don't believe Bojack has one. If he does, it's just kind of like a grab. Yeah, he does not have one. That is what I believed it was. And to finish off, let's just double check Sin Shenron because I think he has one. No, he just has the Mystic Breath. Okay. So that is going to be every unguardable move in Sparking Zero that you do need to know about. There is nothing else that is really unguardable. Anything that is unguardable, we told you guys about. Anything that could potentially be unguardable, we told you guys about. The skills that you guys can also deal with can be unguardable. We told you guys about those. So other than that, it's kind of just knowing like which character you're fighting and what they have, man. And this hopefully helps you guys figure out a little bit of the things in the game that are unguardable so that you don't feel so bad trying to block them. That's the main thing, is you don't want to try to be blocking these moves because then you just look, it's really embarrassing, man. You don't want to be doing that. You really don't want to be caught lacking like that. But that is it for all the unguardable moves in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And this is your boy Eisen, signing out.